boards, they're built PCs.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the Onside Radio E-Report.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it.
The Onside Zone.
I don't care how you win a championship, dude. You can draft it, you can buy it, you can trade for it. Just win, baby.
The Onside Zone.
You're not Aladdin rubbing the lamp and then Will Smith comes out and you ask him, hey, fix our dolphin problems. And there he goes. No, I'm sorry. It'd be nice if it was that easy, but it's not.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right.
Nice move by Forsling. Sends it ahead, up on the wing. Hornquist is in, the shot, save, rebound. Poked on goal and a save by Nedeljkovic. Now Barkov's got it. He fires, score! Sasha Barkov. 1-0 Panthers. Montour forced back. Natchez on the forecheck, gets a steal. Aho alone in front. Big save by Bobrovsky. Natchez has room and shoots. Big save, Bobrovsky. Rebound batted out of the air high. Pesce fires and Bobrovsky again. On the shoot-in, Bobrovsky slows it down. Sends it around the boards. Martinook jumped up to get a piece of the puck. He got it to Stahl. Out in front for Fogle, the shot, and they score. Martinook. Just 14 seconds into the period. Carolina's tied it at 1. Everyone trying to get an edge. Weegar with a steal. He breaks in. Weegar shoots, saved by Nedeljkovic. He waits. The feed. Here's Pesce right at the dot. Shooting. Bobrovsky to save. Rebound, score. Niederreiter on the power play, and the Hurricanes get the lead for the first time tonight. It's 2-1. He finds Montour, but it's tipped away, and it's a breakaway. It's a 2-on-none. Natchez moves in, the pass back, and they score. A short-handed goal by the Hurricanes makes it 3-1. Huberdeau, Barkov, a little catch. Now Barkov again. Yandel has Barkov. Here he is with it in the slot. He shoots, he scores! Barkov on the power play. Second of the night, and the Panthers are within a goal. Finds Weegar, winds up, the shot blocked in front of the net. Duclair picks it up. He circles with it. Duclair in front for Weegar, deflected high, out of play. It over to Barkov along the boards. Yandel shot, save, rebound, just wide, it was tipped away. Nedeljkovic stopped Huberdeau. Barkov on the back check, knocks it free. But it's picked up again by Carolina, sent towards the empty net. It bounces wide. Aho pops it in. And the Hurricanes are going to win it. It's 4-2.
All righty. That was disappointing last night as the Hurricanes defeated the Panthers 4-2, and it drops Florida to 1-6 against Carolina. And listen, frustrating is what it was. And I was telling you guys this, that I thought Florida had to beat Carolina 2 times. Now you're not going to do it. Now the best you can do is split these 2 games, and I'm sorry, that's just not enough. Just not enough. You know, we always have a roundtable question every day here on the show, and we'll start off today on the show with the roundtable question because it goes with what I'm about to talk about. After watching the Carolina Hurricanes get the best of the Panthers once again, how confident can you realistically be that they can beat the Hurricanes in a postseason series? 0. I have no confidence whatsoever, and yesterday proved it. And so now I'm praying, because the weird thing is they got a shot against Tampa. the Stanley Cup champions, the team that's been like a monster team for many years now in this league, one of the better franchises in this league. Carolina's got their number. Carolina owns the Panthers. Owns them, okay? Carolina pulls up to the Panthers and says, "You're my bitch." Okay? That's what's going on. That's it. And there's no way the Panthers have any kind of confidence that they can get it done. And I don't have the kind of confidence that Bobrovsky can get it done because, see, we're into year 2 of Bobrovsky. Okay? And 2 years in, he hasn't shown me anything like what they're paying him to do. So now that you're 2 years in, what, am I supposed to all of a sudden wait for the moment that hasn't happened in 2 years? Am I waiting for the Bobrovsky that shut down Tampa Bay 3 years ago? No. I mean, I'm just not going to do that to myself. Listen, you want to be a blind-ass fan? Once in a while, it's going to happen. You're going to hit it. And that's fine with me. But I have zero confidence. I'm not telling you they have zero chance because everybody has a chance. You get lucky, the goalie that night is red hot, and maybe you got a shot. But from what I'm watching, I have zero confidence. They own their ass. They went 1-9 in the power play yesterday. They're 1-6 versus Carolina this year. They own your ass, dude. It's over before it started. So now you better hope that somebody else eliminates Carolina in the playoffs. It's funny because the Panthers are having a great season. And I'm hoping for, some success in the playoffs. And I'm not talking about making the playoffs is not enough. I'm talking about success. I'm talking about rounds 2 and 3, okay? I'm not really expecting you to win a title because you don't look like that kind of team yet. But right now, all I'm hoping for is you don't face Carolina in the playoffs. Because the question is, okay, realistically, how confident can you be that Florida can beat the Hurricanes in a postseason series? Zero. I'm not confident at all. Why? How could anybody have any confidence for the Panthers against the Carolina Hurricanes? Love the Cats. Love what they've done this year. Their kryptonite is Carolina. That is so obvious, it's not even funny. And I don't want to hear what if that, forget about that. If I had wheels, I'd be a bicycle. If my grandmother had a sack, she'd be my grandfather. Yes, we can play the if game forever. If game is for losers. So what I watched last night, that's why I told you that I needed to see them beat them twice. Because you've been dogged by them the whole year. You've made all your changes. So I need to see you're a different team with the changes against Carolina. Were you? No, you're not. And splitting 2 of the games, so then you end up, 2-6 on the year against them? What, is that supposed to lift me up? Is that supposed to make me feel confident? No. So here's to praying somebody else eliminates Carolina, because I feel good with the Panthers against anybody in the East except Carolina, and that's weird to say because Tampa's pretty damn good, but I give the Panthers a good chance of beating Tampa Bay. They've shown pretty much all year that they can play against Tampa Bay. They have shown all year they can't play against Carolina. Carolina's tougher. Carolina's better. And that's the end of the story. You don't have to go anywhere else. Those are the facts. Okay? They own the Panthers. And it doesn't matter what happens on Saturday. Unless the Canes lose about 5 of their players, their most important players, to season-ending injuries. That's the only way it changes the equation. Florida can beat Carolina on Saturday by 10 goals, and it doesn't mean shit. Okay? That was the deflating part about last night, watching that game. I walked away from it going, it's over. They cannot meet Carolina in the playoffs. They do, and they're done. They can't beat him. Over. So that's my answer to the roundtable question. I have no confidence in the Panthers. You can play the mental masturbation game all you want. Well, if they do this, if Bob spins on his head, if Bobrovsky gets a hat trick, if this, if that, the facts are Carolina owns them, and it's over. So sad, but that's what I walked away with from last night's game. That I'm praying somebody else knocks Carolina out. Because I know this, Panthers can't knock Carolina out. In fact, not only do I have zero confidence in the Panthers beating Carolina, I have the utmost confidence that Carolina will thoroughly embarrass the Panthers in a series in the playoffs. Not just beat them, embarrass them. That's what's going to end up happening. They might win one game in the series because they've only won 1 in 7. That's a series. Okay? They only need to win 4. They've won 6 of 7 in a 7-game series. So, Panthers and Panther fans, pray somebody else eliminates the Carolina Panthers. I mean, the Carolina Hurricanes, because the Panthers have zero ability to eliminate them. Anyway, that's the story there, unfortunately. Sad one, too, coming out of last night. Marlins ended up coming up short against the Giants, 3-0 in that one. Tonight, the Heat and the Hawks, no Trae Young. He's going to miss a few games with that ankle injury. That's good news. But Miami better start getting some victories here, too, because they're going to end up in a play-in game. And, you know, I mean, I don't really expect this team to have much of a trip through the playoffs anyways, as it is. They'll be fortunate to get to the second round, and that's probably their ceiling, if anything else. You know, Jimmy can try to tell you all you want, but the season says who you are and who you've been all year long. I don't think it's going to change. There's no bubble. There's nothing playing with the players' minds anymore. They're traveling. They're home now. They're in their own beds at times. They've got the regular type of creature comforts that you normally have outside of packed arenas. That's the only thing that's left. So it is what it is. We'll watch it tonight. No Trae Young. Hopefully the boys will be able to get it done. 888-441-4623 if you want to get in on the program. That's the phone lines, 888-441-4623. The text line, 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123 if you want to get in on the program. Remember, you can reach out to us on Twitter at Big O Show and on YouTube. As always, the YouTube crowd is in. Give us a thumbs up. Smash that like button, folks. All right, and give us a little love there on the YouTube. Matt Walker is in the house. He was first. Cody Douglas is in. Ray says, howdy, everybody. We made it, and with the 6th pick in the NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select Kyle Pitts. Let's see. Tony Zagala says only 6 days until the only live draft party in South Florida, while other local radio stations have online draft parties. The Quack AM. And, of course, we will do it right, and they will do it wrong. But then again, we are a real sports station, and they're a fraudulent company led by some national crap, and they're just so deep into the red, they'll be filing for bankruptcy in a couple months. Let's see. GP Trap is in. Thank you. Bromar Smelly is in. And GP is right. Hit that like button. Ian from Brooklyn, giddy up. Herman Cueva, he's in. He says he's Miami bound. Rosendo Marco, good afternoon, Orlando and Onside Radio family. Hope everybody is doing good. One more week until the NFL draft. Matthew Cheveres is in the house. David Akers is in. Troy Ortiz. Rosendo also says, Big O, remember the NHL playoffs is not a one-game elimination playoff. It's a series, so relax. I just told you they've lost 6 of 7. What's there to relax, bro? They've lost 6 of 7. I will repeat, They've lost 6 of 7. Okay. Let's see. What's one game doesn't matter? 6 of 7. John Rouse. 6 of 7. Okay? He says they have proven they are not as good as Carolina. That's it. 6 of 7. So the playoffs is a different monster. Yeah, and what are you expecting? What, all of it? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. We're expecting that. Oh, I see what you guys are doing. The Panthers are playing possum. Oh, I didn't know that. Tito, why didn't you tell me that, dude? That the Panthers are playing possum. They're letting Carolina win.
It's been all
I
a ploy.
see now.
All a ploy.
Okay, now I see it. Okay, now I get it. I get it. It's the scene in the horror movie where you stab the guy and then you just walk away because you thought you killed him. Did you kill him? Do they ever kill him? No. Right? They all get up for another kill. And then you got to shoot him 86 times. Or stab him 102 times. Or slice his head off because you should have done it the first time. Because we're all screaming in the theater, he's not dead. So the Panthers aren't dead. They're acting like they're just roadkill. They're allowing the Panthers to beat them 6 out of 7. I got you now. So the real Panthers, so the real Slim Shady, please stand up. I got you. Now I know what we're doing. Okay. Now you guys straightened me out on that one. I didn't know. I'm not very sharp, remember, so I appreciate you guys helping me out on that one. Lisa Rose is in the house. Gus 1388. Let's take a break. We're going to get Dave Hyde on the other side. Don't forget, buy the dip. Back with more right here on OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
I'm Ryan Seacrest. First responders are people who stand for a greater purpose. They will be there for you when nobody else is, to help you, your family, your community. This is their selfless promise. This is their sworn duty, to protect, to serve, to help. They put themselves in harm's way for us. They come to the rescue at times when we need them most. First responders are making enormous personal sacrifices to keep showing up for us and fighting the good fight. Nearly 70% of all firefighters are volunteers. That means when they get injured or quarantined, they may not have a way to pay their rent or keep their family safe and fed. No matter who you are or where you live, when you call 911 and ask for help, first responders show up. Now, let's show up for the people who show up for us every day and every night.
Go to firstrcf.org and make a difference today.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. Take their famous Boot Tour Challenge, and there's now outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations or pickup at 954-785-7565. So get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach to Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant.
Miami Dolphins fans, join the only real sports station in South Florida dedicated to what you want. The best NFL draft coverage on the planet. Join OnsideRadio.com for their NFL draft party and sports grill in Miami at 11481 Southwest 40th Street on Bird Road. This two-night event, April 29th and 30th, is hosted by Big O and Alex Dano, giving Dolphins fans what they crave: real draft coverage.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. Save it on your cell phone, 844-416-8123. No better place to send your comments, ask questions, win prizes. OnsideRadio.com, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnsideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Inter Miami are scheduled for a very tough game this weekend as they take on the Union this Saturday night. This will be Philadelphia's home opener, much like last weekend. Inter Miami had their home opener that ended up in a 3-2 loss to the LA Galaxy. Going away, playing in a home opener is always tough, but for a team like Philadelphia, it's going to be even tougher as Miami are going to be the first team to hopefully score against them this season. That's right, Philadelphia have not been scored on in 3 games played, and it looks like Miami is going to try and be the first.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio.
Can lose many games and they were them. No.
All righty, welcome back. We take you, of course, till 3 o'clock, and then the man, the myth, the legend that is Alex Dono, he will take over. He will carry you till 6, so no reason to touch that dial, because really the only place you can get true sports talk here is on, of course, Onside Radio, starting off every morning at 8 a.m. all the way through 6 p.m., only place right here at Onside Radio, man, completely focused on South Florida sports. So you guys can get what you want. Anyway, we're going to talk to Dave Hyde now, of course, columnist for the South Florida Sun-Sentinel. You can follow him on Twitter, like I and many others do, at Dave Hyde Sports. More importantly, catch his work there at the Sun-Sentinel. And subscribe, man, like I do. Subscribe and support our local journalists, man. They deserve it. They do great work. And it's always fun to have Dave on. Dave, good afternoon, my friend. How are you doing, sir?
Morning, Big O. I need to bring over a cup of coffee with your newspaper one of these days, you know?
Please.
We should do that for all subscribers.
Yeah, I wish, because, man, I haven't grabbed a paper in years now. It's been because it's all online now. That's it, you know? It's
yeah, well.
And I still.
You're reading. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I definitely am. But, you know, I actually miss holding the paper. I actually miss that. But, again, I'm old. Young people don't know that. You know, they don't care about that kind of stuff. You know, they don't appreciate.
I'm older.
Yeah, we see. They don't even appreciate the remote because we had to get our asses up to change from 4 to 6 to 7 to 10. You know, so yeah, it was. You know, it's a whole different world.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah,
hey,
Dave.
Off our lawn. We're there together.
That's it. Tom Brady, stop changing the numbers. Yes, I'm with you there all the way. All right, Dave. Hey, last night, you know, we have some fun. We do something called the round table on this station, where we pose a question and all the hosts answer the question, and at the end of the day, it's podcasted. So today, the question that was posed was, looking at Carolina getting the best of the Panthers once again, what kind of confidence can you have that the Panthers can beat Carolina in the playoffs? And after last night, Dave, I'm hoping somebody else eliminates the Panthers, the Hurricanes in the playoffs, because, man, I just walked away with it going, they don't have a shot in a series against these guys. They're going to need Beezer. They're going to have to bring back Beezer to spin on his head. Just talking about the old man on the lawn again. You know, they really own the Panthers, man. It was rough last night.
Yeah. It's like you would rather play Tampa Bay.
Yes.
I mean, defending champs with all those, guys who they're going to pick it up another level in the playoffs, but at least they've had success against Tampa Bay and Carolina. That Vinny Trocheck trade is looking worse and worse with each passing game between these two teams. So that'd be the matchup I get you wouldn't want if you're the Panthers right now.
Yeah, no, and I feel exactly. I said that in the opening segment. I feel if they play Tampa, I feel good about the Panthers. I'm good. I'm not saying they're going to win, but at least I feel like they got a shot here. Where these guys, man, it was rough again last night on that one. All right, we are less than a week away, my brother, from the first pick for the Miami Dolphins. Everything, has gone back and forth, and the pendulum is swinging one day. It looks like they'll get Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts. Another day, they're painting the picture that both will be gone. What's your gut tell you right now?
My gut tells me Kyle Pitts will be gone, and there's a 50-50 chance of Jamar Chase will be there. It's almost – it's interesting what's going on in the NFL right now in that Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, guys they've won Super Bowls, they've multiple 8, 9-time Pro Bowl winners, want more say in their offense and they can't get it. And yet, if Cincinnati takes Jamar Chase, what they're saying is we're going to give Joe Burrow the guy he liked at LSU rather than – what they probably should do is get someone to protect Burrow. I mean, let's face it, that line was a disaster last year, and between the line and the play calling, had one of the, rising stars in the NFL get hurt, or hopefully rising stars, if you're the league, get hurt. So, the traditionally smart pick for Cincinnati would be take an offensive tackle, considering, there's one, maybe two highly rated tackles. But a lot of what the Dolphins do hinges on what Cincinnati is going to do. Do they take Jamar Chase?
Yeah, I'm with you. If they don't take Penei Sewell, in fact, I think the Bengals, if Penei would be gone to Atlanta, they should actually trade down a couple spots and still take Rashawn Slater. That's how responsible they should be about protecting their guy. If they get Listen, Jamar Chase is a fantastic player, and Miami ends up with Pitts. That's fantastic. But if I'm a Bengals fan, I would be ripping the team for not taking Penei if he's there, considering the beating that quarterback took. So if Miami ends up with Chase or Pitts, then Chris Grier's a freaking genius, right? I mean, the way he maneuvered everything, because he ends up getting the same player he probably would have picked at number 3.
Well, I guess that depends on who we would have taken. Pitts seems to be above and beyond when you talk to the scouts and you look at where the mock drafts are trending. So if he becomes this, perennial Pro Bowl player and Jamar Chase or whoever the Dolphins take doesn't, then that was a costly trade. If, on the other hand, Jamar Chase, who was the best collegiate receiver as a sophomore, comes to the Dolphins and, it has this remarkably high ceiling that he meets, then it's a great trade. So, we're going to play the results in a couple years, or start playing them really with this. But, I wasn't a fan of that trade. I wasn't a fan of that trade because you get a 5th round pick this year, and you get a first-round pick 2 years from now.
Well, you moved up from the 4th to the 3rd in that trade too.
Well, yeah, okay. You send out a high 4th-round pick this year, and you get a 3rd-round pick next year. That's a wash. That's essentially a wash. So I essentially what you're trading is a 5th-round pick and a first-round pick in 2023. So, and I'm not dismissing that pick might be important in 2023 or for future trades and maneuvering. So what Chris Greer has done a great job of is gaining draft capital. But there was a cost to that too. They traded 2 Pro Bowl players, 1 All-Pro player, and two Pro Bowl players away, and he needs to. And the Dolphins really need him to get a few Pro Bowl players in return with this draft, and that's really what it's all about. This whole rebuild.
Yeah, but they haven't lost anything, man. They went from 5 wins to 10 wins. They, in fact, if they're doing anything, I think it's almost like watching cryptocurrency at time and watching Bitcoin or watching Ethereum right now. Bitcoin's in a little bit of a dip, Ethereum's up. But if you want to look at the small picture and look at the graph over the last week or 10 days, you might panic. But if you take a 5-month approach, a 6-month approach, you'll see that it's been obviously skyrocketing in value. Well, if you look at this Dolphin turnaround, hell, I thought playoffs maybe in the 4th year. They might be talking about it in the 3rd year, and they won 10 games in their 2nd year. I mean, in the end, Dave, the dude in 2 years has won 10 games, found a coach, found a quarterback, cleaned up all the cap issues, and loaded up with draft picks. We have to kind of look at the big picture here. The big picture is this is one of the fastest rebuilds in NFL history, actually, is what's going on in front of our eyes. If we really look at it big picture.
Well, you're making conclusions that I'm not ready to make yet. Do they have the quarterback? I don't have a conclusion. I'm not saying they don't.
Okay.
But you need to see more than what you've seen, right? For at least
yes.
I do, to conclude where they're at.
I got you.
Okay, and so where the rebuild, it'll be a fascinating look a year from now, and because I expect the 3 offensive linemen rookies to develop. That offensive line should be good next year. Wait
a minute. So why should the offensive line be good and not the quarterback? Because I'm convinced the quarterback will be good, because the only thing I ever worry about that kid is injury. But outside of that, what he did last year but what I'm not worried about is as a player, which is a pretty good. That's for me at least. That's a nice comfort zone that I feel he can ball. I think he can play. I just think he needs players around him is all I feel.
Well, that's what it's all. That's 60% of a GM's job is getting the quarterback right, because you can find interchangeable parts everywhere else, but you need one of those top 5 quarterbacks in the league, maybe top 8. But if you're going to be a regular contender, you need one of those players, and they're hard to get and hard to find and hard to develop.
Yeah, this year will be, like you said, this year will be really key, because if you take that next step and get to the playoffs, then I think all the pieces that are in place then will agree. Looks like it's the right GM. Looks like it's the right coach. Looks like it's the right quarterback. Looks like it's the right, philosophy. That's the other thing that's very key. But at least we have to admit this, all right? We've watched some pretty shitty stuff over the last 20 years. You got to feel right now that the last 2 years are much more competent than what you've seen in the last 20. How about that?
Look, they had the Adam Gaze after year 1. What was everybody saying? Oh, they're on their way. What a great season they had.
That's
Made
why I
the
said
playoffs.
2 years.
Nobody expected that. Huh?
That's why I said after 2 years. These 2 years have given you more to believe in than you did in the last 20 is what I'm saying. Am I right or am I wrong? Because Tony Sperano had his flash year. Gase had his flash year. Wanstead had some flash years.
You know what?
It
all came down to them with the quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what it all is here. And so this whole offseason, I get it. Once they decide to commit to make this offseason all about him and putting talent around him and letting him be the best player he can be, develop into that. So that's why I'm saying next season everybody will have much better idea where they're at and who they are. Yeah, they made progress through the first 2 years, and good progress, but it's still, to me, and I know I'm quarterback intensive, but it just comes down to who that guy is, and we're going to know a lot more about who he is after this season.
Oh, come on, Dave. Everybody's just like you, man. We're all quarterback intensive because since Danny, there hasn't been one there. So, all right, speaking of philosophy, all right, what is your philosophy? Because this one is interesting. The philosophy around the league is you don't really have to reach for running backs. But obviously Miami has a really nice stable of number 2, number 3, number 4 backs, which would make Jeff Ireland really happy. But they need that number 1 guy, right? So a lot of people are on the bandwagon of, hey, at 18, Najee Harris, you got to take him. Where are you, Dave, on that philosophy? Do you wait because you can find, like Jacksonville did, a James Robinson, undrafted, and he was, a hell of a player? Or do you go at 18 and say, no, let's settle this position now and take that kid because he's special enough to take at 18? What do you do if you're the Dolphins? How would you handle that?
Yeah, if I'm taking a running back at 18, it's a desperate pick. Okay? And that gets into two things. A, how desperate are they that they can't find somebody else, lower? There's 3 highly rated backs. Will one of them follow them in the second round, or could they trade up from that? The other desperation meter that this will is what are their other options at 18 that will help this team? What do they think of Jalen Phillips as a guy who would fit perfectly into this defense for what they want and his skill set, except of course for the medical and the concussions and where are they at with those? And there are a couple other players that would fit, but really it's if they take a running back at 18, it's a desperate move, and meaning they didn't have another good option, and they don't think they can find a running back somewhere else because first-round running backs, either they, like Kansas City last year when they took one at 32nd, are the final – about the final piece on what should be a good team.
Amen.
Or they just haven't worked out. The Giants and Carolina took running backs in the top 10 in recent years. You can go down the list and look at them. You don't need me to say the running back's been diminished, and the draft proves it.
So you and I are the same. I was explaining that yesterday, or the day before, I forgot what it was, but it just – running backs, to me, I would wait for the second and third rounds. And if you know how to draft, you'll find one. You'll find one in one in the middle rounds. You don't have to take one in the first round. And I'm with you. I'd rather you get the pass rusher. I'd rather you get the tackle. I'd rather you get the number 1 receiver. I'd rather you get a shutdown corner. I'd rather you get one of the 5 most important positions. Those 4 in the quarterback, for me, that's what I'm looking for at 18. Fill one of those needs. I'm with you. And since it's not a deep pass rushing draft, at 18, you're actually going to have a pick at some of the best pass rushers because it looks like none of the pass rushers are going to go in the top 10 as it is, Dave. So in the next 10, you're going to have some pass rushers there, and those are probably some of the better players in the draft. And if you're Miami, you're going to actually have an opportunity at one of the best pass rushers in that second level of the first round.
Yeah, there's a chance one of those good linebackers will be there too. So, I mean, if they take a running back, it's a measure of desperation for me.
I agree. I'm with you 1,000% on that. One more thing before I let you go. Have the Marlins become like must-see TV for you? Because I'm a baseball fan, but I love watching their young pitching. Jazz is exciting. They've become must-see TV for me just because that young pitching staff is fun to watch every single night pretty much. And wait till Sixto gets back.
Yeah, it's amazing. Was it last week, 2 or 3 nights, 3 teams were playing at once? The Heat, the Panthers, and the Marlins. And it was like, wow, all of these teams are pretty good. I mean, What happened? For the last 20 years, we've been in a cesspool of teams. Once in a while, they'll have the Heat aside.
Yeah, the Heat aside,
they'll
of course.
They'll have one of these teams will show a spark or have a good season, and yet it looks like, dare we even think this, that we have a few good teams here, and if I'm the Marlins, I hope Jazz becomes a star.
Yeah.
It looks like he's showing early signs that he could. He certainly could be. And he has the personality. He has the flash in his game. He'd be, we haven't had many. I don't want to say divas because I don't even know. We don't know him as a diva, but I'm saying a big personality. He'd be a big personality, and that's really what that team would need.
Yeah, two years ago in the Fan Fest, I interviewed him, and I talked to him about that. I said, baseball does a terrible job of marketing itself and guys on social media, and he completely agreed that they've got to do a better job of marketing and showing personality. And sure enough, he's leading the way. And it's so important for baseball to have those kind of guys that, get it, man, because soccer gets it. Obviously, NFL gets it. Obviously, the NBA gets it. That's why those sports are just soaring locally and obviously worldwide, because those three sports have really also embraced where young people are at is on social media, and baseball isn't. And that's what I like about Jazz. He gets it, man. He's going to be a marketing stud for the Marlins. Not just a good player, but if he turns out to be that player on the field, off the field, they're going to end up winning too because they're going to have a personality out there.
Yeah, I haven't. The personality is the last big personality they had was Jose Fernandez. I mean, he was a fun personality. He brought fun to watch. When you watch baseball, it was fun, and you get a similar feel as far as the personality of watching him play. He enjoys it, and he's not afraid to show some emotion. I'm. The Marlins are fun. The Panthers are fun. The Heat are. I don't know where they're going, but if any franchises earn some benefit of the doubt, it's them. I want Oladipo to get back healthy, and you'd see what Pat Riley envisioned, for the playoffs. But I'm not sure that's going to happen.
Yeah, it might be a middling team this year, but the Heat have provided so much that it's all right for them to have an okay year. It is what it is. They'll find another way down the line.
They don't throw away seasons, which I love.
No.
I love. They're none of this 5-year, 4-year ribbon thing. They try and often succeed every year.
Yeah, no, they're just an amazing franchise. Dave, as always, you're a stud, my brother. Thank you for taking some time. We always appreciate it, my friend.
All right, Big O. Take care.
You got it, baby. You have a good weekend. Follow him on Twitter at Dave Hyde Sports. Back with more right here on OnsideRadio.com.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com. Join the Inter Miami family in 2021 by becoming a 2021 season ticket member. Enjoy enhanced access benefits and pricing not available to general fans. Visit intermiamicf.com/tickets for more information.
If you missed Man of the Match with Alex Dano, you missed.
I think we need to normalize the nickname Dick again. There used to be a lot of dicks. Now, people think about the male anatomy. I don't know why we can't use Dick as a nick. There was something the strong, silent type would have the name Dick. Yeah, sure, it was a nickname for Richard, but Richards now will just go by Rich or Richard. Like, nobody goes by Dick anymore. I think we need to normalize Dick.
Man of the Match with Alex Dano from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Saturday mornings, 9 a.m., Sean Stanley hosts the Square Circle Digest.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here. I'm the man.
Now, wrestling fans have a place to call home as Sean covers the very colorful world of wrestling. Tune in every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on the home for sports fans worldwide, OnsideRadio.com. Onside Radio continues to grow. To make your life easier, you can now find your favorite sports station by downloading the MyTuner radio app and listen to your favorite OnsideRadio.com host or catch a great Inter-Miami CF match. Go to your app store, download MyTuner Radio, and search Onside Radio, the home for the South Florida sports fan.
Hello, Inter-Miami CF fans. Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter-Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter-Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Florida Panthers with a tough loss last night, 4-2 to the Carolina Hurricanes. Panthers went 1 for 9 on power plays. Hurricanes scored 3 goals in the second period to take control of the game. They play again tomorrow. Puck drop slated for 7 p.m. The Miami Marlins dropped the first game to the San Francisco Giants last night, 3-0. Giants got all their runs in the first inning. Game 2 is tonight. Sandy Alcantara on the mound. First pitch is set for 9:45. And the Miami Heat back on the court tonight. They take on the Atlanta Hawks. Tip-off slated for 7:30. Trae Young is out due to an ankle injury. And, folks, don't forget, this weekend, Inter-Miami travels to the Philadelphia Union. You can join Big O and Alex Dono at Dangerous Minds Brewing for the pregame show starting at 7 o'clock. Stay for 8 o'clock when Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rongan, and Fernando Fiore have the call right here on OnsideRadio.com. This is South Florida's new home for local sports talk.
Alrighty. Welcome back. Hey, by the way, just to, because I usually have some fun and I talk a little crypto here, and I know that that Bitcoin has taken a little bit of a turn.
Crypto, bro.
Exactly. And do you know what's been going on, Tito? Do you know why there's been a dip or anything like that?
I do not.
Okay, so let me fill you guys in on what's been going on. Biden wants to pass a new bill, and the new bill. Let me pull up the article so I can give you guys just you saw how the market went down yesterday, and then obviously crypto is also taking a major turn now. It'll start to bounce back now. Okay, and it'll all come back, and if you bought the dips, then you are going to absolutely, anybody that's taking advantage of what's going on now, you're actually going to be smart. The people that are panicking and getting out now, they're going to hurt themselves and then other people are probably selling off some of their stocks or crypto at cheaper prices than what they bought them at. So it's just they're stupid, they're panicking. But listen, it happens. People panic, and they don't have right now. Crypto's hovering just under 50,000. This thing by next week, this time it'll be up in the higher 50s to low 60s probably. You'll see it'll bounce all back because the bulls and the corporations and all they're going to be buying Bitcoin now at a cheaper price. And everything else, VeChain, you name it. VeChain didn't lose so much, but the dip, buy it. The only thing that hasn't really moved much is Ethereum. Ethereum has stood strong like everything else. Ethereum has kind of separated itself now. And a lot of people have argued for a while that Ethereum is actually the better investment than Bitcoin. I agree with that because I invest more in Ethereum than I did Bitcoin. but I still have Bitcoin. But just so you know, Joe Biden put out a proposal to hike capital gains taxes. All right, and he wants to get it passed through the Senate. Investors see that there's risk here because of the taxes, right? So Biden's proposal calls for increasing the top marginal income tax rate to 39.6% from 37% and nearly doubling taxes on capital gains to 39.6% for people earning more than $1 million. So it doesn't really affect most of us, but you see those numbers fall because there are people that don't want to avoid this now, okay? And so that's why you got people panicking and selling off. Most everybody else will hang on, but people that are holding on to Amazon stock and Tesla and all these, and Apple and these huge stocks and holding on to crypto and all that, and if they have lots of shares, we're not talking about you and me, we're talking about people at another level, then they are worried about these capital gains taxes. So those are the people that you see that are either selling out or shifting their money in different ways. And so that's what's made a little bit of a dip in the market more than anything else. It was that. When we had the other dip, it had to do with a couple of, stupid things that were reported on the government side. And it really had nothing to do with, panicking people, but it sends people into a panic because there was, what was it? It was some hacking that went on, but it had nothing to do on the crypto side or anything, but it affected it. And so that's why people then, you saw a little bit of the dip also a few days back.
Crypto, bro.
So really it's all about Biden's proposal now to hike in this bill for capital gains.
Crypto, bro.
So a lot of the incredibly rich people, they are maneuvering their monies now as it is. But that's just going to open the door for other people that are going to be really smart, and they're going to take advantage of it. And crypto is a worldwide thing. So there's there's people investing in it all over the place. Anyway, so there you go. So relax. Don't sell. Don't give away your crypto. Don't give away your stocks. Hang in there. I don't know about your stocks so much because I don't know what stocks you're investing in, but I know on the crypto side, everything is going to bounce back. So if you want to take advantage, get Stellar now that it went way down to the 41%, 41, 42 cents, 43 cents. Buy Stellar, buy VeChain, buy Harmony, buy Crypto.com. Buy Bitcoin, buy Cardano. I mean, there's a lot of really good cryptos right now that you could take advantage of because they went way down, and you want to buy them now because they're going to go massively up again in the next week or two. Not a financial advisor, just a dude that loves crypto. Brooklyn Rob says Ethereum. Yeah, but Ethereum's high up. It's not. There's no dip really in Ethereum. You gotta right now. You gotta hope for one day for a dip to get right where it's at right now. That maybe it could get under 2,000 and you can get a cheap Ethereum at this point in time. But Ethereum is way up there, man. So there you go. All right. So don't panic. Relax. And let me take a quick break. We'll come back for the final segment of hour number 1 right here on OnsideRadio.com.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Every Thursday, NBA fans can catch one of the best basketball shows in the country when Ethan Skolnick and Ira Winderman host Inside the Paint. Listen to two of the most knowledgeable and connected reporters in the business. Get year-round insight every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. with Inside the Paint on the home for hardcore basketball fans. OnsideRadio.com.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit moretoadhd.com for additional information. That's moretoadhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with ADA, ACO, and CHAD.
This Saturday, Inter Miami CF visits the Philadelphia Union at Subaru Park.
And now Higuain trying to bend his run in behind. Flag is temporarily stayed down. Higuain is in at the square with Robinson. No square. Robbie Robinson has opened the scoring. The flag is stayed down. And Inter Miami are off and running in 2021. They lead the LA Galaxy by a goal to nil.
Join OnsideRadio.com as we broadcast live from Dangerous Minds Brewing Company in Pompano. Our pregame broadcast watch party starts at 7 p.m. Game time is 8 p.m. Listen to all the games by going to our website at OnsideRadio.com and download any of our apps. Follow Inter Miami CF all year long on your home for football. OnsideRadio.com.
With Make-A-Wish, the impossible becomes possible. A girl battling cancer can become a race car driver battling the course. The boy showing all the nurses his fire trucks can take the helm of a real one. Wishes can give kids with critical illnesses the strength to keep fighting, get better, and grow up.
Where there's a wish, there's a way.
Wishes need you. Visit Make-A-Wish at wish.org.
All righty, we back. Final segment of hour number one. Man, hour number one went by really, really fast. Holy crap, man. Holy moly. Wow. I got a bunch of things I want to talk about in hour number two. I want to get into a lot of NFL talk, actually. I got several topics that I want to touch base on in the NFL. I have a it's not a conspiracy theory, because it's not a conspiracy. I just have my own theory on a story that's floating around right now in the NBA that I just think people are making a little too much of it, and I think there's actually nothing to it, to be honest with you. I mean, give me a break, and I'll tell you why. So I got a bunch of things that I want to talk about on the other side. I got a Chris Greer comment that I want to go over also that I think was very important from the press conference, that while he's not saying a lot in the press conference, but there's like a little underlying message that was sent, and I want to go over that comment also from Chris Greer. So we'll do that when we start hour number two here at Onside Radio. And don't forget, Inter Miami fans, you can join us for every road game. That's tomorrow night, as we broadcast live from Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano. You can join me and Alex Dono, and, of course, enjoy the delicious food. Their food is really good, by the way. Incredible house drafts, awesome beer, and, of course, we'll be out there broadcasting live. And your new home for every Inter Miami CF road game is Dangerous Minds Brewing Company in Pompano. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B, and on Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Welcome to OnsideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk.
This is like rock and roll with no music.
Follow us on social media at Onside Radio. Miami Dolphins fans, join us for OnsideRadio.com's NFL Draft Party at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, Bird Road. Join Big O and Alex Dono for this two-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, day 2 at 6:30. Drink and food specials, giveaways, and the best damn draft party in South Florida. Join us for a two-night event as OnsideRadio.com and Sports Grill on Bird Road bring you the best NFL draft party on the planet.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it.
The Onside Zone.
I don't care how you win a championship, dude. You can draft it, you can buy it, you can trade for it. Just win, baby.
The Onside Zone.
You're not Aladdin rubbing the lamp and then Will Smith comes out and you ask him, hey, fix our dolphin problems. And there he goes. No, I'm sorry. It'd be nice if it was that easy, but it's not.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right. It's hour number 2. We take you, of course, till 3. Alex Dono will take over at that point. Carry you till 6. If you want to get in, the lines are open at 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can also reach out to us on the text line, 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Return of Rock is a Twitter handle that I follow just for fun. And they tweeted out, what great song has no vocals? So I tweeted back to them, Transylvania from Iron Maiden, Eruption from Van Halen, and The Hellion from Judas Priest. Those are 3 pretty awesome songs in my humble opinion, which means 0 in this world, but just, as a rocker, no words. I'll go with those 3 right there. Those are pretty good. There's several, but I mean, what the hell? Just felt like throwing something out there. Not bad. Anyway, what do we have here? The stock market is not Teflon. It will continue to fall if there's a threat to people with money. Be careful, Biden. John, come on, bro. You think Biden's careful? He wants to print money like it's Dogecoin. I mean, some of you don't understand that. Bitcoin, there's only 21 million. That's why Bitcoin's value is going to go up. That's why it'll eventually become the number 1 currency in the world. It's number 3 right now already. In 12 years, Bitcoin's become the 3rd most valued currency in the world. Okay, in 12 years. And it'll be number 1 in a few years. It'll pass the euro and it'll pass the dollar. Guaranteed. Why? There's only 21 million, dude. They don't print them anymore. Biden's printed, they want to print like it's, they've printed between Trump and him, they have printed $7 trillion in the last just over a year. And he wants to print more, which, I get we need some things, but you got to, that people aren't taking, I mean, I don't want to get too political, but there's a lot of jobs out there and people, there are companies that cannot fill their jobs. They're offering jobs. They can't find employees because people are on their asses taking unemployment. But, got to take the bad with the good, right? All right. I think people voted this guy in because he took the damn virus serious, and he has, because if you kept the other guy, he would have bogged it all down and would have been a disaster. And so, but there's a give and take, right? One's going to handle the economy a little better than the other. This guy is going to write and throw money around like it's nothing. But that's kind of the balance. Listen, man, we haven't been given a good candidate in forever. So it doesn't matter. Republicans or Democrats, they both suck. They can't give us a good candidate. But this is what happens, So, yeah, John, you're right. I mean, Biden's going to screw that up. That party's going to screw up. You knew he would do better with the virus than the other guy. But the other guy will probably handle some of the business stuff better than him. So, that's just the way it goes. It is what it is. We can't find a perfect one, man. Nobody can come up with a perfect guy or woman on either side. So it is what it is. I'm done with that. Oh, la via strangiato, just YYZ. Oh, Super Boom Shack. That's a good one. Oh, man, YYZ is a good one. Oh, God. That's a really good one, YYZ. I love that one, man. That's a really good call. Really good call. That's a good one. Anyway, 888-441-4623 if you want to get in. The text line, 844-416-8123. I saw a funny story. And it's funny because everything New York Jets is funny. So apparently Zach Wilson is making the rounds now, and he's calling around. He's calling Mark Sanchez. He's calling Chad Pennington. He's calling Josh McCown. He's calling all these guys to ask them, what's it like playing for the Jets? Now, I mean, in Mark Sanchez's case says, well, it wasn't too bad until my face ended in somebody's ass. I mean, because, what's it like playing for the Jets? Well, you end up with a butt fumble. That's kind of where it goes. Chad Pennington, Mark Sanchez, Josh McCown. What could they possibly tell the kid? Do they lie to him? Well, the organization sucks. I mean, didn't you just hear the other day? Who was it that said that's where quarterbacks go to die? I forgot. Somebody said that's where quarterbacks go to die with the Jets. And it's kind of true, whether it's the Jets, whether it's the Bengals, that's kind of where quarterbacks go to die. And so I don't know if Zach Wilson wants, just look at the history. Zach, just look around. Do you really need to ask Mark Sanchez? Chad Pennington, is he actually going to be honest? Is he going to really tell him, it's a pretty crappy organization? I was lucky because I think he had Parcells, right? I want to say he had Parcells for a year or two, right? I want to say, wasn't Parcells his coach that drafted him? I want to say. Can you look it up for me?
Who?
Parcells?
Drafted who?
Pennington. I want to say that was his coach for the first year or two that he was there. And so maybe he had a little semblance of having a real coach in place. But really, honestly, come on, man. So my man Zach Wilson is asking about what it's like to play for the Jets. Do you know what it's like to suck? Do you know what it's like to... Oh my God, it was Al Groh?
Parcells was a GM.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. All right, so he did draft him. Okay. Yeah. Al Groh. Yeah. Virginia's own Al Groh. Yes. Mr. Conservative himself. What's it like to play for the Jets? What's it like to suck? What's it like to be embarrassed? What's it like to play for a terrible owner? What's it like to be the laughing stock of the city? Zach Wilson needs to prepare himself, because if he's never been around sucking, okay, well, now he's going to be around a lot of sucking, because the Jets are going to suck. And so Zach, of course, is going to try to do what no other Jets quarterback can do, is lift the whole franchise. It's kind of like Cincinnati. Cincinnati, you're fighting the ownership group, you're fighting the front office, you're fighting incompetence, and you're trying to overcome all of that. It's really hard to overcome Mike Brown. And it might be hard to overcome the Johnsons. Just what's it like to be a Jet? Zach Wilson, you will soon find out what it's like to just suck, to absolutely suck and suck hard. Who knows? You might have, Zach Wilson, you may have your own butt fumble-like moment. You may fall for the fake snap one day, like you did against Marino. You know what I mean? These are the things that you're looking forward to as a Jet. It's failure, it's depression, it's anxiety, it's clownsmanship. I don't even know if that's a word, but we made it up just for the Jets. It's a matter of Jets suck, suck, suck. Don't you know the saying already by now, Zach Wilson? That you are going to a team that says Jets and then they associate with suck, suck, suck. right after that. In fact, you may end up just watching Debbie Does Dallas every single night since you're so much into sucking, being with the Jets. So if you want to ask what it's like to be the Jets, well, what's it like to be the worst at everything? Get ready for that, Zach Wilson. Be prepared to be terrible and be prepared to be thoroughly embarrassed. And who knows, your face may end up in somebody else's ass too, just like Mark Sanchez. So good luck to Zach Wilson. He wants to know what it's like to play for the Jets. I figured I'd, describe it a little bit because at least I'll be honest. You know what I mean? Does Zach actually ask Mark, what's an ass taste like in the NFL? I don't know. He's got to find out because he may end up in the same position one day. I mean, Zach Wilson may have to wear a face condom playing for the Jets. Okay? Just because he saw Mark Sanchez. 888-441-4623 is the phone line. That's 888-441-4623, the text line. It's 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Let's see. What else do we have? We Dolphin fans can't talk bad about other teams, although we're them for the past 20 years. Not even the Jets. The Jets are on their own. They're by themselves. Them and the Bengals are right up there as organizations that they kind of stand on their own. Jim McMahon came out last week and said the Bears. Oh, that's right. It was the Bears. Okay, so now let's add it. It's Bears, Jets, and Bengals, 3 places where quarterbacks go to die. No, you are correct. Thank you for correcting me. It wasn't the Jets. But quarterbacks do die at the Jets. They do die with the Bengals, and they certainly die with the Bears. That's a great line from Jim McMahon. We haven't been stellar with our QB position, though, until Tua time, baby. You're right. You are correct with that text. I can't argue with that one. But now they've got Tua. So now they're on their way now. Okay. Let's see. The international banking elite have controlled world currencies for hundreds of years. For crypto trades, prepare to get your asses taxed heavily. Doesn't surprise me because they want to control you. Yeah, but eventually, see, the problem is with that, Tremolio, is...
How many people think that everything's a conspiracy? Is this how life goes? Does everybody think that everything's a conspiracy to get them?
But the part that Tremolio's leaving out is that corporate America is going to be heavily into crypto now. And so a lot of the people that the government may be voting for that, that's why I don't think it'll pass. There's a lot of people already on board. The smart people are already getting on board on crypto. J.P. Morgan, all these big firms are already getting into crypto. Okay, PayPal and all these other companies are getting into crypto. They have no choice. None. Blockchain is the future. It's where everything is going. Okay? That's why VeChain is blowing up. And all these companies are tying themselves to VeChain because the product that they have to track your inventory is second to none right now. So eventually, that's the thing that I think it will not pass. And Biden won't get that passed because a lot of the people he's asking, well, they are representing a lot of companies and a lot of people that are now into crypto. So they're not going to I doubt they'll let him get through that. I really do. So I don't think it ends up passing when it's all said and done. But again, I mean, I would love to have that problem because that means then I've made millions, which I know it's not going to happen, but whatever, if I hit the lotto or whatever, that'll be fine. But this is something for another level. And I think those people, they kind of control what's going on. I don't think they'll let it pass. Okay? He says, please read, not conspiracy, read 80% cap gains. Yeah, I just don't think that they'll let it, they'll end up, could it increase some? Yes, but it won't increase to 39%. They won't allow that because too many powerful people will stop it when it's all said and done. That's what I think will end up happening. All right, 888-441-4623. Joe Tanzi is going to join us in hour number 3. He's the Philly Union insider. And as you all know, Inter Miami visits the Philadelphia Union tomorrow. Let's hope we could get a road win, which would be really nice. Speaking of getting on the road, we will be on the road next week on Thursday and